And welcome back to Farming Simulator 2017 Goldcrest Valley. Today you'll notice we're in the forest section. We're just off of field 12. We've moved our hired lorry and trailer up here with all of the logs that we got from next to the field. They're all loaded in here, and you'll notice there's quite a lot of logs lying around. And the reason for that is quite simply I'm cutting down trees today. I'm going to use the Massey Scorpion King, and we're going to see how many trees we can get out of this forest today. We have got the Manitou up here as well. If you watched the last episode, you'll notice that it was certainly not the easiest thing to load the logs with, but we got this area over here cleared of logs, and that area down there we cleared previously. So today we'll clear the rest of them. So yeah, been a couple of days since we've been on this map, but there's good reason for that. If you happen to keep an eye on my channel, you will know that I have a new series of Oatfield Farm that I'm focusing on. And it will in fact be replacing this series. There is only 3 episodes of this series left, including this one, so only 2 after this. And that is because the Oatfield Farm is just a better map. No offence to the Giants at all, this is a very good map, but it has been done many times before. So I need to keep the channel current, and that means sometimes changing the plans. Hopefully we do get a large payout from clearing this forest, and this video will be almost exclusively cutting trees down. If we can see what we're doing, that would be better. So let's just see. I'm hoping to get a couple of loads from this forest to the sawmill, which with a little bit of luck will actually get us to our goal as well, which would be nice. On the last episode of the series, that is where we evaluate the series, sell any equipment that we still have, but we don't really have much. So it's not going to be much value in the machines. Hopefully this doesn't just go straight through our windscreen. So, but yeah, as you can see, I have cut down quite a lot of trees around here already. Well, there has been a few days between the last episode and this one. The reason for that is I have been focusing on Oatfield Farm and a new game altogether. I've been recording 7 Days to Die recently, which I am quite excited about. I do quite like that game. So we'll get that series continuing as well. But this series will actually be coming to an end on episode 15. Yeah, bit of light forest deforestation here. Let's get these edge ones cleared away, and then we'll head our way back to the lorry from that side. This forest is actually a bit bigger than I thought it was, so don't forget it all done today. But we'll see how much we get done. And I probably won't even load anything today. Today is just about cutting the trees down, changing the landscape. I'm going to lose that down the hill, aren't I? That's unfortunate. Well, we may have just lost the tree altogether there, because I don't know if I'll remember that it's down there. Probably not. Pardon me. So yeah, I'm also rebranding the channel with a new logo. I haven't released that logo yet, and obviously the schedule is changing. Euro Truck Simulator is no longer daily anymore. It will be every Tuesday and Thursday, but I did miss the one for this Thursday, and that was because I was focusing on a different game, and then I had a few more technical issues. There seemed to be a theme for me about having technical issues, but hopefully they're all resolved now. I'm able to record properly again. The issue I was having was with a Windows update that was causing my recording to dramatically drop frames, which was certainly not ideal. So I did have to stop recording on that particular day, but everything seems okay now. I will be getting a new graphics card at the start of March, so my system will be changing altogether then. The graphics card I'm getting is an MSI branded NVIDIA 1050 Ti. Pretty reasonable graphics card in my opinion. Not the exact graphics card I want, but I'm certainly not going to complain. It is a reasonable graphics card. I've never had a problem using MSI cards in the past. They're not quite as good as Founder cards, but they're not, by no means are they bad. They're just a lot cheaper, which is not exactly a bad thing. Founders cards are good if you can afford them, but if you can, it's a good thing. There are companies out there like MSI that do use the same chipset, but with sometimes not the same materials in the build quality and things like that. I believe the MSI just has a different cooler and fan setup. But like I said, I've never had a problem with them in the past. I didn't expect my new graphics card to be substandard in any way. It will certainly be better than the setup I'm using just now anyway. That's sort of a given. Pretty sure I could use an empty crisp packet as a graphics card and still have better end results than what I currently have. The laptop is capable of playing the game. It does play the game at very good FPS, but it's when I ask the processor to record as well, that's when I notice some issues with it. Currently we are working around the mid-30s while recording this, which is not terrible by any means, just not as good as I'd like it. As you can see, we are making very short work of this. In just a couple of minutes here, we have cleared a large section of the forest. We've been cutting trees down for roughly 5 minutes now. And it's not much of a forest anymore. I'm not going to bother about grinding the stumps down. I am actually going to keep this map as well. I will use this map for other special videos in the future. So, on episode 15 it certainly won't be the last you see of this particular Goldcrest Valley. So, if you're a fan of the series, I may revisit it and do special episodes here and there. But, this episode 15 will be the last main episode of this series. I'll probably use this map for doing mod showcases, etc. It's a generic map, which is always good for when you're doing mod showcases, unless of course the mod you're showing off is map. But if that is the case, then obviously you would load that map, and that's somewhat obvious. So yeah, that's a good chunk of this forest cleared already. And we'll focus on this front edge down here. Looking at it, there's trees on the hillside that I've really cut down as well, but I'm not entirely sure on that one yet. So this is a very capable all-terrain vehicle, which is always handy for areas like this. Try and not break this machine though. It is only hired, or at least. Will we reach that tree? If I reverse slightly. Try and fail. Has left quite a stump on that, but that's fine. So I'll just bring it up the hill here. This is quite a large tree actually. So yeah, quite a large supply of wood. It will be sold. That is the whole point of this. So this episode is going to be a little bit shorter because it is purely cutting down trees like this. So it won't be a full length episode. I certainly won't be reaching the hour mark on it, or anywhere near that. I'm expecting around the 20 to 25 minute mark. So again, we'll just bring it up the hill here. I'm going to try and roll down the hill slightly. I've got the wheels for that one. And I was going to go down there. So we do need to be careful that we don't just drive off the edge of the hill here. So we'll just bring the boom out. And a little bit too close there. Bring these up the hill a little bit, makes my life a little bit easier for loading. Hopefully that doesn't go down the hill. So we've cleared quite a good chunk of them. We've made it all the way down to this little shedded area here. Shedded area, I'm pretty sure I just made that statement up. This little shed area, should I say. Up and rotate it over a little bit and then take it back down. Just clear some of the trees from this side of the road too. This will actually block the road, but that's not the end of the world. I mean, this is a forestry track after all. We'll just work our way over this way. Oh, that was not the thing to do. So we do have a mod that allows us to, it's called Creator Tools. It allows us to pick up an object of any weight. So we're probably going to take advantage of that again. And it's muscles mode it's referred to as. We'll probably take advantage of that for loading these, because if you watch my last video, loading them with the Manitou, although that is what would happen in real life, you'd load with a bit of purpose-made equipment. It's not the easiest thing to do in the game. So we don't want to ram that wall into ourselves. This is a fantastic machine. This is making very short work of this. I do like how the physics works on the cutter. I'm not sure exactly what that portion of this is called, but how it swings about. I think that's very cool how they've managed to incorporate that into the game. So we're just doing the same over and over. Somewhat tedious work, but this is where the money's at. down. Certainly don't want it pointing directly at our cab there. That wouldn't be advised. I would have thought that a machine like this would have more of a cage on it, to be honest. That's a very large tree. That would explain why it reacted so unusually when I cut it down. So I will not drive over that pile of wood there. It's in a nice neat pile, so I'll drive around that way. The goal is to get to somewhere as close to £1.3 million with these as we can. Hopefully that is achievable. I think it would be with the amount of wood that we have here. We do have a substantial amount of wood. You know, there's going to be at least a couple of trailer loads here. At very least, probably 3 or 4 I'd expect. And there are still some very tall trees there as well. That I will cut down next, actually, because they're a bit more interesting than these short trees that you only get a little bit out of. Let's see just how long this tree really is. Quite a beefy section of trunk there. Yeah, just a little bit at the end. Not the biggest tree we've got there ever, but still pretty sizable. So just see why we're not reaching that tree. We were caught on the logs there. So yeah, cutting the trees down on this map does dramatically change its appearance. If we were playing this map for longer, we would probably look to replant some trees just for sustainability. But as we're so close to the end of the series, I don't think we will actually do that. I will do some agroforestry in Oakfield Farm or the West Coast. I'm not sure which one of them I will do it on. But one of them will have agroforestry in it. For those of you who don't know what that is when you plant trees in a field that also has a crop. Probably do it in Oakfield Farm, because it does have some ridiculously large fields in it, and I think we could benefit from having a bit of a break in them. The fields on this map, most of them are easily workable, certainly not the largest fields in the world. Wait for that tree to fall. We'll just get a couple more of these trees done, and that will do us for this episode. I know the last episode was quite heavily on deforestation, but this one is purely cutting down trees. As you see, it's really opened the map up. You can really take advantage of those views from here. Very picturesque map. So looking around, we'll go over this way. We'll not bother going down that ridge just now. We'll just go from basically where we are across. Another little bit there. Swing the cab and boom around. This looks like quite a sizable tree. Looks like it would be a heavy section. So again, we'll just go to that ridge in front of us and clear this whole area out. and we'll take that tree too. It is right there. As you can see, this does have us down at our cow field already, which is not something I've actually showed in this map, is the cow pasture. So we'll get a decent view of it from here. Well, slightly. But we'll see it from here. I don't know if that really qualifies as a decent view. Yeah, I do now have a 7 Days to Die series. It's just a game I am enjoying playing. I will be doing them quite often. There'll be a new episode of that out most days. I'm not going to commit to a schedule on that one yet because it's quite a resource heavy game and I do suffer from quite frequent technical issues. But hopefully we'll get it out frequently. So just take the trees from this ridge too. This is quite a large tree, so it's bound to be worth cutting down. With logging in this game, the longer, straighter sections of wood are worth more money. And we have ample amounts of long, straight sections of wood. So I'm not sure if I should really be looking where I'm going in cab, but some of these trees are large, some of them are not overly large, but either way, they're all worth money, so we're going to take them down. So this is a series that I have enjoyed making, and it's not been the best series I've ever done. It was one of the first, so it did have some teething problems at the start, and hopefully I have resolved them, but now that we're towards the end of the series, it it's kind of a it did turn out to be a much shorter series than I initially intended, but I think it's more important that I diversify the channel with content that people want to see, rather than just games that I want to play. And as it was put across to me, this game, although very, very interesting, can sometimes be quite difficult to watch, quite mundane to watch, which is unfortunate because it's a very, very entertaining game to play. Just need to bring the boom in quite a bit for this tree. I'm too close to it. I'm a bit of trouble lining up with this one. There we go. That was the money shot. So just pick it up and actually fire it clean onto the back of our wagon here. Exactly what you want to do with a hired machine, is cave in the whole back end of it. So we'll just cut down a couple more trees. Hopefully these ones that will fall off the back here. They should catch on the ground and fall off. If not, I will just pull them off before the end of the episode. Or what I could do is wait till this tree falls and try and line it up so that it hits them. That didn't work at all. Oh. That worked well for us there. There's just one log left to come off. Seems to actually be caught. This is a very capable off-road machine. I imagine it would be tremendous fun to actually drive one of these in real life. It probably takes more skill than I currently put into it. As you can see, That's the missiles mode there, just literally threw that tree off of us. So we'll just reach over to this tree. And we will throw it down the hill. So you can see the BJ plant through the trees there. And we'll just do a couple more trees on this episode. The next episode should involve us taking a trip to the sawmill. Just a little bit away from that tree. Too close to it now. Stump on that one, it's on a hill anyway. So it does open up quite a lot of landscape doing this. You see things that you wouldn't normally see, which is nice. It shows you the level of detail that Giants put into creating this map, which it's always nice when a game developer cares about their product and rather than just their annual sales. Not mentioning any particular game series there, but there is a particular game series that releases a new version every December, it usually is. Conveniently in time for Christmas, and in my opinion, although originally it was a very good game, it seems to be just heavily commercialized now and kind of lost its kind of selling point in my opinion. Not going to mention who that is, who that game developing network is, but it is a shame because it was actually a very good game series initially. They just wanted to capitalise on it a little bit too much and it lost its essence. There are a couple of game series out there that do that. And there is a very popular football one, of course, but that is somewhat understandable as it does somewhat keep up with the seasons of football. Not a game I played personally, but I can see the whole idea behind it. I'm just not a football fan in general, so the game is just not something I would enjoy. But given that football is a game that has new seasons every year, it does make sense to have, or a new game or an update at least every year. They choose to go down the route of releasing an entirely new game every year. But that in itself is understandable to an extent. The other game that I was mentioning, I don't personally see the point in it. It just seems to be getting more and more futuristic and pointless. Almost like they're running out of ideas with it. Which is not a surprise because it has been a number of years that they've released a new version of the same thing. The graphics get slightly better, the story changes to a point, but personally for me, not a game I enjoy. I think it's starting to lose its popularity nowadays as well. At one point it was the most popular game, but you know, trends change, I suppose. Farming Simulator's never been a ridiculously popular game. It has been a popular game. There is a good fan base for it, but it has never met up with the likes of aforementioned football game or other annual game, which is a shame, because Giants do take great care in their games and they make fantastic games at that. Giants obviously do other games as well as Farming Simulator. They have Construction Simulator, just to name one. know if there's been a release of that in a couple of years, but that was a very in-depth game, very detailed. But yeah, as for today's episode of Goldcrest Valley, I think that is done. That is a big change to the map. That is a very large change to the map. It really does open up the surrounding scenery. And from up here, you do get quite a good view. In fact, I'll just climb up to the top of here. There's a golden nugget under there. I have 2 of them now. Can I climb up here? I can. So as you can see, over this way you can see the BGA plant a little bit nicer here. Down towards the river down there. Still quite a lot of trees here blocking the view. Over this way, you can see our farm with our Scorpion King in the way. Just throw that out of the way, ruining our view. So you can see our cow pasture here. I'm not sure what sell point that is, but I'm pretty sure that's a sell point. And obviously the flag has nice sound effects to it too. But yeah, that is all for today's episode. Hopefully you've enjoyed this. As I mentioned previously in the video, this is episode 13. Episode 15 will be the last episode, so we're going to have 2 more left to go, unfortunately. But hopefully you have enjoyed this series. It's certainly not going to be the end of Farming Simulator on the channel. There will be other series to fill its spot. Oakfield Farm is actually the one that will be taking the reins from Goldcrest Valley. But yeah, if you like this video, leave a like, comment if you have anything you'd like me to know or any statement to make about the video. And if you enjoy my content, please check out my channel and don't forget to subscribe. Thanks for watching, and I will see you again next time.